different way to apply CSS, internal, external, and inline. And we will start by understanding what each type of CSS is, and I will show how to use them in your HTML document. So first one is internal CSS. Internal CSS is written within the style tag inside the HTML file. This is useful when you want to apply styles to a single web page. Add a style tag within the head section and write some CSS rule, like if I want to add the color to the heading, and I will write h1, the tag name, and then I will add a curly braces, and in the curly braces I will just write the property. And on the left side we write the property name, and on the right side we define the what color we want to add the values. So let's add the color, and color is red. So look at the output. Here the heading is in red color. Next, let's look at external CSS. External CSS is stored in a separate file linked to your HTML document using the link tag. This method is ideal for styling multiple pages consistently. So let's create a style.css file, and let's add h2 tag, and after that we will add curly braces. In the curly braces, let's add a background color to aquamarine. So after that we will be just link this file in your HTML using link real equal to style sheet href style.css. If we don't use the correct URL, then the styling does not show on the web page. So last one is inline CSS. Inline CSS is written directly within a HTML element using the style attribute. This is useful for quick styling but can make your code messy if overused. So add inline style attribute to an HTML tag. We write in the opening tag. So here is a h3 tag, style, color purple, and close the tag. And here is our output with color purple. So now we understand the internal, external inline styling, but how to target different element on a web page using CSS selectors. This allows us to apply styles effectively and make our web pages visually appealing. CSS selectors. CSS selectors are used to select the HTML element you want to style. Like we already apply the tags, we already implement the tag selector, but there are many selectors, and let's start with the most basic types: the universal selector, class, ID, and tag selector. So first one is universal selector. Here we use the static symbol. The universal selector target all elements on the web page, applying the same style universally. So here we use the static and curly braces, and let's add the background color red. So the whole screen will be, whole web page will be red, just like here in the output. Next one is class selector. So using the class selector, first we have to define the class in the opening HTML tag. So let's add the class attribute, and we can also add the name of the class heading, and the class selector dot target element with a specific class attribute, allowing you to apply the same style to multiple elements. In the style sheet, if we have to pick the class, so first we have to define the dot and the class name and curly braces, and here I use the color and then the color which we want to add. So here we can use class to multiple tags. So all the styling will be implemented on all the tags where we use the class selector. The next selector is ID selector. So ID selector is always unique. Uh, First, we have to define in the HTML tag, in the opening tag. So let's add the ID equal to button, and ID selector is used for targeting a single unique element on the page. IDs should be unique within a page. So uh, let's add ID equal to button, and in the style sheet we will use the hashtag symbol and then ID name, which is button, and curly braces. Add the background color to black. Let's give the button text color to white, so it will be look nice. The next tag is, which we already learned about, the tag selector. The tag selector target all elements of a specific type. For example, selecting all p tags apply the same style to every paragraph on the page, and h1 tag apply the same style to every heading on the page. We can also use a combination selector. So you can also combine a selector for more specific targeting, such as styling all p tag with a specific class, like heading, or combining multiple selectors ID. Like if we use the p and then we add dot in heading, then it will be add on the p tag and also on the heading. We already add the color property. So the color property allows you to specify the color of text inside an element, right? You can specify any color in CSS in one of three ways. First one is RGB values. The second one is HEX code, and third one is color name. First, let's try to add with the color name. Like we add color red, purple, whatever you color you want to. We will use the color name. So RGB values. These express color in term of how much red, green, and blue are used to make it up. For example, RGB 100 red and green 100 and 90 is blue. Next is HEX codes. These are 6-digit codes that represent the amount of red, green, and blue in a color by a pound or hash. For example, hash EE3E80. Let's add this one. Next tag is opacity CSS. So introduce the opacity of property, which allow you to specify the opacity of an element and any of its child element. The value is a number between zero point 0.0 and 1.0. So has value of 0.5 is mean 50% opacity, and 0.15 is 15% opacity.